Okay, listen up. Imagine this. You're sitting in front of your crush at a cafe. You're trying to impress them with your English. But the second you start speaking, you realize your grammar is all over the place. Suddenly, you sound like you're playing a game of guess what I'm trying to say instead of having a smooth conversation. How does that feel? You feel the heat rising, right? But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be like this. In today's video, we're going to break down how mastering basic grammar and sentence structure is the secret sauce to sounding more confident in English. No, really. Whether you're trying to ace a job interview, talk to your friends, or even impress that special someone, grammar is the foundation you need to build confidence. And don't worry, it's not as complicated as it sounds. Let's talk about Aarav. Aarav is just like so many of us. He grew up in a small town where English wasn't something everyone used every day. But Aarav had big dreams. He wanted to get a good job in the city. He knew that knowing English would make that happen. But every time he tried to speak, things just didn't come out right. Ever felt that way? His mind would race with words, but when it came time to speak, it felt like everything was just jumbled. I was, I am, I will. Aarav knew he had the vocabulary, but his sentences were falling apart. And that feeling, we all know it too well. Then one day, Aarav had an epiphany. His cousin, who worked in the big city, was speaking English like it was second nature. Aarav admired him, feeling a little jealous, but also hopeful. What was his secret? His cousin said, "Aarav, you've got this. Start with the basics, grammar, sentence structure, tenses. That's the key." And that's when Aarav's journey started to change. Are you curious to know how he did it? Well, it all began with one simple thing: basic grammar and sentence structure. So, what are we talking about here? Let's break it down. First things first, sentence structure. Every sentence needs a basic skeleton to hold it up. And what's the skeleton? It's simple. Subject plus verb plus object. Yes, you heard me right. These three things will change your game. Let me give you a secret tip. Keep it simple. Your subject is the person or thing doing the action. The verb is the action, and the object is who or what is receiving the action. It's like a mini recipe for perfect sentences. So, instead of saying something like, "Rice I eat," or "A book reads she," you simply say, "I eat rice," and "she reads a book." And just like that, Aarav started to feel more confident. His sentences were actually starting to make sense. It wasn't perfect yet, but he was on the right path. Next, let's talk about tenses. Now, I know, the word tense might sound like something you'd hear in a boring English class. But let me make it simple for you. Tenses are all about time. They tell us when something happened, past, present, or future. Think of tenses like a time machine. When you talk about something in the past, you use the past tense. I ate food yesterday. When you talk about something happening right now, you use the present tense. I'm eating food right now. And when you talk about something in the future, you use the future tense. I will eat food tomorrow. Mastering these three tenses, past, present, and future, is your ticket to speaking in time. And it's not that hard. Once you get the hang of it, you can talk about anything, anytime, anywhere. Now, let's talk about something that many people overlook, but makes a huge difference: articles. Those tiny words like a, and that seem small, but trust me, they matter. Think of them like GPS for your sentences. They tell us exactly what you mean. Here's the trick. A and an are used when you're talking about any one thing. The is used when you're talking about something specific. Sounds simple, right? But these little articles are powerful. If you use them correctly, your sentences will sound so much clearer. Now, let's take it one step further. Adjectives. These are the magic words that make your sentences sound more colorful and interesting. Instead of saying, "I have a car," try saying, "I have a big red car." See the difference? Adjectives give your words life. You can use simple adjectives like big, small, beautiful, or fast. So next time you describe something, don't be shy. Use adjectives to make it pop. So now you know the basics: sentence structure, tenses, articles, and adjectives. But there's still one more thing that'll take your English to the next level. And I'm going to reveal it right after this. Alright, if you've made it this far, you're ready for the next step. Trust me, this final tip is going to blow your mind and change the way you think about English grammar forever. Make sure to hit the link and check out our next video, English Grammar Basics, the story of words. You don't want to miss it. You'll learn how every word plays a role.